Okay, we are back. Day 15, still doing it, messing around with stuff. Still got to clean my office up, feeling bad about it. I'm going to do a little bit more Mr. Carve today. Uh, I've already done unboxing on that monitor. I got a bunch of other unboxings. I did get something really cool. I was ordered this, of course, I screwed up. And the way I screwed up is, you ever heard that ladies go like, every man thinks this is 6 inches? Well, I ordered these little pouches here, and they were 3x4. I could have sworn 4 inches would have been about that much. So my perspective is off. So anyway, the entire reason I got these was I was at when we did the ALC retreat. One of the title people, I think it was a title person, was it a lender? Pretty sure it was a title person. Brought in some gifts, and they were in a felt bag, and they had the title company's name on them and everything. I was like, I bet you I could laser these. While I was sitting there, I went to Amazon and I put these in my cart, and I ordered these along with several other things yesterday, or no, day before yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever. They came yesterday, and a little small. It was only like $14 for 50 of them, so I'm not going to worry about it. This time I'm going to order 4x6s because this doesn't exactly like fit a business card, because I would have put a business card in here and everything else and gone on from there. But hey, it is what it is, and that's what I'm stuck with for now. So my plans, I've already tried this last night. I'm just going to show you how it does now, in case if anyone's ever wondered, can you cut felt with this, or at least engrave felt? I'm not going to try to cut it. So I'm going to engrave some stuff on this felt, see how that goes. I'm not going to do this again because of the time constraints, but I'm going to say when they sent out these dog tags, yes, they're very thick, very high quality. Whoops. The thing they made a mistake on, I think this metal is just way too hard for this, and it gives, in my opinion, a bad first impression. Because if you look, okay, I did this one last night. So you got to like hit angles to get where you can see what it is. See, there we go. Got an angle. Kind of see it, and this is the one I did before that I showed. So you got to hit those angles. This one I got from Amazon. Dog tag, stainless, but it's coated or whatever. As far as I can tell, it's not aluminum. I think it said stainless. I'll double check. Beautiful. That is a beautiful picture. I don't know if it's going to turn out on the camera here. It's a beautiful picture. So they actually cheapened themselves or shorted themselves out by using such a hard metal to send in the $19 upgrade kit, because it really made it, because this is the first thing I tried to do because I had long-term plans. Some of my plans included buying bulk Zippo type lighters on like eBay or Alibaba or something, and I was going to engrave them and personalize them to clients and give them out. Because my plans right now is I'm going to take do like coasters and the tumblers. Also, not this actually. Holy crap! This thing cost me like $50 at the Level Up conference, which is like Comic-Con. I was gonna get mugs like this. I found out you can buy mugs like this or beer tumblers at not Family Dollar, Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. You can even find these at I think Walmart for like $1.98. So this size, and I'm going to engrave the fronts of them and personalize them with client information or my information, whatever. So what I did for that worst case scenario, even with this laser, and it failed. Of course it did. There's actually this little paper stuff you can put on there, so you can use like the C mark or this paper stuff, and it'll laser onto a glass. I could prop for $10. I could do like 30 or 40 of these. So what we're gonna do, go ahead and turn this around, and I am going to see if I can make this nice and easy on myself. There we go. Oh, another shortcoming that I've figured out is when you unplug the USB cord from the computer, and because if you like turn it off and you unplug the cord, it does that whining sound that I showed before, beep beep. So you're gonna want to stop that. The only way to stop it is to unplug it from the computer that I found so far. And when you do that, you can't log back on, and I don't want to restart this computer, so I'm just going to do it on the laptop for now. So what I'm going to do, pictures didn't seem to turn out that well that I tried on here, but doing text was pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. Let's see what we call it. I'm thinking about using these for like open houses and stuff. But of course, we got to hit application. Before I even do that, I want to go here for whatever reason. I can do that. Come back here. Now it's going to burn a bit. So let's see. I'll do it. Also messed around with some frequencies yesterday. I'm talking about frequencies in a second. I'm going to leave it at 30 for now. And I'm going to zip this down to about 200. I'll let it go over twice just to get some depth in there. Make sure she is in that area. It's going to be interesting here. Let's see what happens. And oops, my glasses. You don't even see it on this one because it's like being absorbed, but you know, safety first. I want to have my sight in the future. And mark that sucker. Now if you see that, it's actually like burning through. So felt is definitely something that can be engraved, burned, whatever you want to call on here. You can even just see that. Because I'm wearing glasses, I can't see if you can see it, but you can just see the smoke rising here. This is one also I have to think about long term. Do we need to really have something to pull this away purely so the smoke doesn't get up in the lens? You may have to clean the lens every once in a while. While I'm talking about frequencies, I was able to mess around with frequencies while cutting some stuff. And as far as this goes, so it did say it was up to 20,000 hertz. If you look at the stuff that was on there, so I guess that matches with this. So I was able to get this up to 200 kilohertz as far as that, and it was actually burning on metal. I was able to get it down to 20, so 20 to 200 kilohertz is the range that it has here. And it's done. Now I get to see it, if you can even see it in here. Oh, there we go. I think I can see that. It's turned around, of course. So, I wish there was a way to just turn this around where, I don't know, maybe I'll reverse it in the thing. But anyway, there we go. Welcome to my open house. You can see it burned in real nice. Didn't have to even hold it down. There's a nice little sheen to it. It actually looks very nice and professional. But let's get nuts here, because, you know, I ain't got crap else to do. Let's see if we can burn through it, or how deep we can go. Or should I concentrate more on trying to do a graphic to figure out what kind of logo I could put on here? You know what, I'm just going to mess with this for a bit. I don't care. So I'm going to have this go over it. Let's speed it up a little bit, and I'm going to have it go over it about 20 times. And if I feel froggy, I'll speed it up while that's going. Maybe I can get some emails done here or talk to you some more. So let's go over at 20, 100%. Or should I mess with frequencies? You know, I'm not messing with frequencies today. I'm still waiting for them to come out with a good frequency guide because everything say at 30. And I did notice when cutting on metal, the higher frequencies, like 100, actually seem to produce lighter stuff. So when I actually went over this in different frequencies, and every time I saw like a different result come out just on this one. So like it would get darker, lighter, and all that stuff. I'm still trying to figure out the angles and stuff like that. Let's get in here. As a matter of fact, no, I'm gonna let me see if it'll do it. So I'll come in here. So filling 2, I'll enable. I'm just gonna see what happens. Whoops. And 3. Remember, this is just me wasting time, experimenting. And 3. Whoops. I keep doing that. It's like I want to hit some kind of enter after each one of them. So let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know if it's going to go over it 4 times the 20. Let's see. And we're at it. I did try angles one time last night with on this, and what it did is it actually like took the angles, and let's say this was 0 and I put it at 45. It did this. That's this little scratch here, if you can see it. I was like, man, what the hell is that thing doing? Then I tested it at 90 and it was like this. So like that was 0, this was 90. Then I tried 180. And I was like, well, will it like do it from the bottom and hit something? Then I did, and it started, and if you notice this here, it was actually trying to do it upside down. So that's why I got to really figure what these angles are. I thought the angles were going to hit it at a certain like light angle. That way you could be able to see it better instead of having to move the sucker around, get that perfect angle just to see it. So that's what I was hoping. It didn't really work out that way. So I'm going to try this again a bit later, see what happens. Or at least wait for them to come out. Or read some more stuff in EasyCAD. Because there's a lot of EasyCAD tutorials out there. It's just that you got to figure out how to convert the EasyCAD to CCAD. Because some of the stuff is not the same. Still need to worry about trying to figure out... what did I do there? Oh, okay. Still need to figure out that other piece of the pie, which is, what was I trying to do? Oh yeah, with the barcodes, because I want to hit the barcodes and do the QR codes, because you know, barcodes really meant for business, QR codes meant for consumer. That way I can at least put stuff. I mean, I doubt putting a QR code would work on this felt because I don't think a camera would pick it up. I really want to raise my goggles, but you know, you don't want to take that chance. But I'm like looking at it, and like you don't even see the laser. It's been absorbed by the black felt. If anyone's ever watching these, if you have some ideas of what I can use these for because they're too small, I'm thinking right now like putting little candies in it and then passing them out, because my thought pattern What I originally got them was to put candies along with a business card or something else in it. But like I said, this won't fit a business card and allow it to close up or anything. But no, my thought is if you had a decent bag like this, you're never going to get rid of it. And that's better if you had some regular business card. Because if you have a business card, what's somebody going to do? They're going to take this sucker and they're going to throw your business card in the trash next day. If this is useful, see, I think this one's a little too small to be useful. But if this is useful, they're going to keep it for collectibles and doilies and whatever and whatnots. And my thought is, if they were to think about it, it's like, I got this at that open house. Here's that agent's information. And then they can like, boom, see my information and come in and always have my information in front. It's kind of like I heard this guy he made some labels for salt, like Morton salt. And he went around the neighborhood with a wagon full of salt and like passed it out to door knocked the neighbors and passed them out. And he actually said he got business from it. I mean, that's a big one to do, but I figured this was easy. I mean, I could door knock with this and have my cart. I mean, if I get the bigger ones. So I'm probably going to, like I said, the 4x6, I put them in my cart. Take the 4x6. Oops. Take the 4x6 cards, 4x6 long business cards, and some little candies or something, or info on the open house. And I pass these out while I'm door knocking around an open house or something. I figure people they won't throw that away. Or come up with some little cards to put, a little card to put in there that may have, the open house info. Just something. Just unusual. That's what I'm looking for. Now that's interesting. I kind of want to raise my goggles a second. Yet still doing something, but there's no smoke anymore. It's like it gets past a smoke barrier. So, oh no, just smoked a little bit, I lied. But it's not smoking as much as it was. So there is some kind of a smoke barrier. So I don't know if this is how deep it's gonna get, what it's gonna do. Just experimenting, and that'll be it for the day. Like I said, I did my video. There isn't much. Oh yeah, I did. Let me see if I can do this without bumping anything. Don't bump, don't bump. I did this one last night because remember, if in my first or second video, I think it was the first video, I said because I have so many of these types of USBs laying around, I literally have like 50 or something just to put stuff on for clients and whatever. I'm going to have to label this so I don't screw up and get it mixed up with everything else. Now, saw the USB, I had like 2 or 3 of them laying here on my desk in different colors, of course. That one was black. I went like, what? Let's go ahead and do an engraving. Well, this is definitely aluminum, and it engraved, and I actually went over this several times and several different frequencies. You can actually feel the indentation, so it went deep. Here's the problem, or I don't know if you want to call it a problem. If you look, I'm trying to, hold on, let me raise my glasses. There you go. It's just etched in there. You can't. There's no blackness to it. So I don't know what you have to do to get blackness on some, because some materials it blackens and some it doesn't. Like I took these kitchen shears and I did them, and they're supposed to be stainless. Now they engraved really nice and black and everything. This is even before I've started experimenting with the different frequencies. I don't even know if there's enough. I even need to wear these things. You can't even see anything happening. It's just happening. See a little bit of red? The actual laser light, I think it's being 100% absorbed by the black felt. But I'm not going to take any chances. Yeah, I've been looking on Alibaba and other places, or AliExpress, trying to find tumblers that I can give out. I want to get the cost down. I can get them from Amazon for about $6 or $7 a piece in bulk. I still think that's a lot, especially something you may be passing out a lot of. If let's say if I'm working with a buyer at the buyer consultation, my plan was to give out, like, if there's a husband-wife team there, husband and wife there, I was going to give each one of them either a 20 or 30 ounce tumbler, personalized. I'm looking at whiskey flask. I'm looking at slate coasters, and like really the Zippo lighters. I think the Zippo lighters will really set it off, probably even more than the tumblers. So I'm trying to get the cost where for about $20 or so, I can give out all of these gifts, because I think it'll just really set things off. Maybe even some personalized pins. So if I could find like pen sets like this one here. Somebody sent me this pen set the other day and it was personalized to me. So this is like the case for the pen, and here's the pen itself. So I figured instead of paying for this, if I get the blank pens and then I can personalize them on the spot, because this only takes nothing, then I could I just got to find this where I can get them both all blank, hopefully on AliExpress or someplace, and get these. So they'd have like maybe a pen, the 4 coasters, because 4 coasters I can get for like $3 or $4, laser them myself, the tumblers, lighter. I think I can do it all maybe for like $20, and my payment's worth it. And even if I have like a seller, give them out the same stuff, because if you show up like something like that, I think it's going to really do something. And between this and my diode lasers, I think I'll have a nice rounded thing. I'm just talking now because this is going to take a bit. So I got several diode lasers coming in, 2 of them from Kickstarters, one that was supposed to be delivered last August. Supposedly they're finally in the mail or on the boat or whatever. So if I'm as lucky as I was with this, because I swear it was under a week before getting this, before they announced they had shipped them out. I may have been just one of the lucky ones that got them really early. I was an early adopter on that one, and so I have a low number. Hopefully, since they say they've all left, been manufactured and everything, and have left supposedly, that I'll have those really soon. The other one is, I'm not going to sit here and go to the thing to show you. Other one is the X-Tool M1. And I actually think I would prefer that one over the one that was supposed to have delivered back in August, because it's enclosed, has the blowers and all that stuff, so you can blow out the smoke. So like if this was like really smoky, I'd be getting smoked out right now, and this one is not smoking at all. I've gone past some kind of a smoke point. And right as I said that, I see just a little whiff of smoke. It's the angle. When it's doing like up and down, there's no smoke. When it's doing this side to side motion, which is, I don't know, one of the little pen modes I just set, still working on that too, that's when it smokes, only from when it's doing that. So like it's doing the up and down thing right now, if you can see it, because I'm just like lifting a second, I figure I could spare for a second because I can't see anything when it's down. Up and down, it's not producing any smoke. Now what's it doing? Still doing the up and down. I can see it's getting deep there, man. It's looking nice. One of the things I'm going to have to do, I can see already, is I'm going to have to create some kind of a blocking thing to go in there to like make sure it stays flat. So, you know, like just pop them in, put them in. Also going to have to see how this is going to work on the diode laser when it comes, especially the M1, because I figure I could just drop. Yeah, see it's doing side to side, so it's smoking. So just that angle, it smokes. So I could put down like, I could probably do 8 or more of these suckers inside the diode laser and then walk away. Because I mean, I wouldn't do 20 passes, I'd do 1 or 2. So I could prepare for an open house, because here in Las Vegas, if you have 20 people at an open house, you had an ultra successful open house. I know agents in other markets, they'll have 100 people through their open houses. That's normal. That's not normal here. If you had 30 people at your open house, people would sit around here going like, what? You had 30 people? Oh my God. Back when I was doing open houses, I would average 12 through an open house, which is quite a bit. On average, most realtors get 3 or 4. But I put out more signs and stuff like that and do more pre-advertising. Oh, it's done. Let's see what she looks like. Now, I'll be very honest. It did not go through. So I'm filling backside of this. It did not go through it. There is more smell to this side than to the old side. So this is the new side. It does not look any different. So going through it all those times and all that time I just spent was really a waste. It looks no different than this side whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and call that good for today. I will knock out tomorrow. What I may do is I'm doing my live stream that I do every week, and I'll because I said I want to do this, not just have a video and say I did a video. I'll video myself setting up for my live stream and maybe the first portions of it. But I'm going to have to, unless I change cameras, which I still have not done, because I need to go back to my DSLRs and everything. I'm going to be using this phone along with another one to live stream on the Instagram and TikTok. Anyway, let's get back to me here, finish this out. Anyway, that's what I got for today. Hope you guys enjoy it, those who may or may not watch it. I don't have anything else I can think of that I want to engrave today. Although I do now see the other shears in front of me. I should engrave those in front of you. I'm not gonna. Wait a minute. Hold on. Should I engrave this? This is one of the test files that came with the printer. I got 3D printer. I got off of Kickstarter. It actually arrived like right on time. They must have really had these done ahead of time. It was that Mangda Magician X. The one with the self-leveling bed. The test files all print fine. When I try to print something of my own, other than a Benchy, I've been able to print a Benchy and a calibration cube. Where's that I don't see the calibration cube here. But like this is a test file. This is a test file. I have to break this crap off. This is a test file called the Monkey King. They all worked fine. I was able to get a Benchy to print. And where are the Benchies? Too much crap. And I was able to get a calibration cube printed. But when I tried to print something I really wanted to print, it would, I don't know, it's a bad adhesion or what. I've bought all of the adhesion products. Nothing seemed to work for me. Oh, come on. Don't roll. I don't know. For grins and giggles, I still got some time. I don't have too much to do today, which is unusual. I'm going to see if this test print will laser. Now I'll just come up with something real easy to put on here. I'm just going to say open house. I know it's at an angle, which is kind of an issue. Put this back where you can see what's going on. Well, that's way bigger, so that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to make that way smaller. Okay, just a little smaller. Just a little. Okay. Just to see, this is, I think this is PETG. I'm pretty sure it's PETG. Because I don't have any ABS. I have PLA and PETG. This is PLA. So we're going to see how it prints on a PLA 3D print. And oh my God, it is printing nice. I can see it. It's even doing better on the curves than when I had the soda can. You guys seeing that? And it's white. I'm really hating that I had so many iterations there. I'm just gonna let it run. Should I stop it? I'm not getting any smell from it. I can't tell, but I don't think there's any smoke coming from it because I'm wearing the goggles. I got some goggles on the way from some really high quality ones. Okay, that is nice. Okay, now I really want to stop because holy. Okay, I'm gonna stop this because it looks so good. Oh my goodness! Look how good that looks. Do you see that? Do you see that? That is amazing. I mean, how did it do it in white? This is black PLA. It came out white. Are you seeing this? Okay, now, okay, oh my goodness. Okay, now I gotta go deeper. Let's delete this sucker. I'm gonna bring in some kind of a file. Let's see, I gotta find something. Child. I really wish we could do a preview. I'm gonna see what happens with this. I don't care how big it is. Oh, that's gonna be way too big, but let's see what happens on the curve. We'll get part of it. Let's see what it looks like on the red light. Oh, no, we go. Okay, according to this, it should all show up on there. We're going to find out. It's actually, oh, what the? It's smoking now. Before, I mean, maybe I just wasn't close enough. Before I was like, wait a minute, this thing's not smoking. But it's smoking now. I could see it right there. It did some smoking up at whatever the top of that stuff was above. It hasn't drawn it in yet. Love you forever. But I'm liking this. It prints nice on this PLA. Oh man, I gotta start formulating ideas. I could create something, 3D print it, and then take it over and bring this sucker on it. I'm just seeing it. Look at this. Huh, all he does it one time. See, with certain things it'll do it multiple times, and some things it won't, but now it may have been a little slow. You see right here, it actually burned through in some places. But overall, that's not too bad. I bet you if we lowered it, well, you know, and sped it up, so let's lower it to 90. Speed it up to 350. It's on 250 now. Don't roll on me now. Come on now. There we go. Let's see what a little speed does for me. See, it draws it completely different. That's actually impressive to look at. And I'm looking through these goggles. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you put on there put a good angle and make it into some kind of intro to a video, man. Oh man. Is it? Oh man, higher speed and lower actually help. Lower power actually help. Look how good that looks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at this. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. This looks so good. This looks so freaking good. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out too much right now. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoy this. It went a little longer than I expected. I expect this no longer last a little longer than 10 minutes. I'm still way behind on crap I should be doing. I've now become obsessed with this damn printer. Or, yeah, engraver, cutter, whatever. Fiber laser. I'm going from the first day when I went like, I pulled it out, and then, I should cut on that stone. I'm not gonna. Gotta keep myself from doing stuff. And see, when I tried to engrave these things, that's what set me off. Didn't engrave well, but everything else other than this has engraved, including this. I even did this. That same company that sent me that, the coaching company, they sent me this, and look, I was able to engrave my name on it. See that? It's nice too. I mean, it just looks nice, and I wasn't even trying. So I'm slowly, as I'm getting more and more of it. I said I didn't want to give a preliminary, too much of a judgment or a star rating or anything. They're coming up. If they can give us the good frequencies, because I mean they did show it cutting pictures in the stainless, and I've seen other fiber lasers and the work it does. Because like I said, my ultimate goal is to be able to create poker chips and coins and all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm raising up my thoughts on this one. I don't give a final one yet. I want to see what else it can do. I want to get some tumblers in here and cut through them along with some other things. But right now, I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. I just need to get more comfortable with the software, and also hope that they release some kind of a rotary. I don't know if a rotary will ever work with it, because if you remember, if you saw some of the preliminary stuff, there was a Canon plug back here, which they said would be removed for the production version. I'm sure if they kept that Canon plug on there or something, that would allow us to connect to a rotary device. And I don't see that. Also, I still haven't found anything, because we have this automatic thing where we could do like batch processing, like if you're doing a whole bunch of things. They need to get into that for us, because let's say I had 20 of these, I could just load it up and just go to town, or business cards or whatever, load them up, walk away. But most of the lasers, like the one that funded just yesterday on Kickstarter, was a fiber laser. It was more expensive than this one, but lower wattage. But it had an option for a roller, and the roller had another little like cylindrical object on top where you can put rings and stuff, so you could like engrave rings. I would really love to see that. So that's another thing. Can you imagine being able to engrave rings or wedding rings on the interior? That other one could do it, and it didn't even have the wattage of this one. It just said greater than 1 watt for the fiber laser. So these little Kickstarter lasers, they're producing stuff that's lower than the starter 20-watt fiber laser. And with the price differential on that one that they were talking, I mean, a fiber laser is $2,800 on Amazon for 20 watts for the Ohm Tech. So I think we're getting there. And who knows, if we're lucky, they'll have another Kickstarter where they deliver a little bit sooner, where they come out with one that's closer to that, maybe a 30-watt, because I really see the technology here, and I see the things I can do. And I already showed you this one. I did this one here, but I got a lot of stuff here I can laser. I'm liking it. Anyway, see you guys. I'm going on too long. I got stuff to do, even though I don't have stuff to do.